Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of What on Earth to Eat Now, especially to all our subscribers. If you do watch these videos and you haven't yet had a chance to click that subscribe button, please do. It's entirely free, it really helps us out, helps us to keep making these videos. So let's get to today's recipe. So today we're going to show you our wonderful slow-cooked ragu recipe. It's one of our absolute favourite recipes. It keeps us going all winter long, those cold months. It's something that you definitely need to know how to make. A couple of ingredients that make this dish extra special. We've got dried porcini here, and that gives it a lovely earthy taste. A generous helping of thyme, rosemary and bay. And my favourite, sweet paprika. So this is a Hungarian version which we love. You can get it easily online, and it gives it that smoky, rich taste and also an amazing deep colour. And alongside those is a big base of vegetables that we're going to cook low and slow, and it's just going to be absolutely delicious. So I'm going to start with 20 grams of dried porcini, and then I've got 250 ml of boiling water. And I'm just going to pour that over simply like that. I'm going to pick the leaves from the stems. So I've picked my herbs, and I'm going to just finely chop them. And that's perfect. So I've got my dried porcini here. I've taken them out of the water. I'm going to keep hold of that, and I'm just going to finely chop them now. So I've got my lovely herbs there and my dried porcini, and all that's left to do now is to start cooking my base. So I've set my pan over a medium heat, and I'm just warming the olive oil. I'm going to fry my base with a generous pinch of salt for about 30 minutes. It is worth giving it this time because we want to really cook it and bring out the sweetness of all those wonderful vegetables. So it's been about half an hour, it's cooked down nicely, and I'm going to add in my paprika, nutmeg, my finely chopped dried porcini, and a pinch of dried chilli. I'm going to fry this just for a few more minutes. You can really smell the beautiful aromatics of the smoked paprika. So now I'm going to add my soybean mince, my red wine, my tinned tomatoes and ketchup, soy sauce, vermouth, Henderson's relish, chipotle tabasco, and the water that I soaked the porcini in. I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees, and I'm going to cook for 1 hour and 45 to 2 hours until I have a rich, dark fillet. It's been about 2 hours, and my gorgeous ragu is ready. I'm just going to finish it off with a drizzle of olive oil. And some black pepper, generous pinch of that. It's a wonderfully versatile recipe. You can have it as a chili con carne, a shepherd's pie, even just simply on toast. You can make a big batch and put it in the freezer. It really does see us through these cold winter months. Today I'm going to show you how to have it with pasta. So whichever shape you want, we allow about 80 to 100 grams per person. Look at that beautiful pasta. Wonderfully rich and luxurious. Look at that. Et voila, your beautiful slow-cooked ragu, served here simply with some pasta. We want to hear from you guys. If there's a recipe that you've particularly enjoyed, send us a photo or a video to hello@whatonearthtoeatnow.com, and we'll be featuring our favourites in our upcoming videos. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of What on Earth to Eat Now. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you again next time for another episode of What on Earth to Eat Now. I'm just going to have to tuck right in.